Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. Today I'm going to present you some deadline tips for the upcoming Game Week 24. First of all, we're going to go through my Game Week 24 team, then I'm going to dive into some captain discussions. I know that Salah is the obvious choice, but I have something in mind that I want to share. I'm most probably not going to do it, but it's a good thing to mention just for your information. And then I'm going to discuss some cheap strategies if you have a triple captain, if you don't have it. So we're going to have a little bit of a discussion there. It's going to be more of an informative video today. It's a little bit of a different style when I speak about my thoughts and how I see the game and how I see Game Week 24. I don't know if you're going to all agree with it or not, but whatever your opinion is, please leave down a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Tune in onto the deadline stream. It's going to be way earlier. It's going to be around 4 hours before deadline because I have to travel, and I'll be doing something like a short deadline where I will be locking my team and I will be getting ready for the upcoming week, and most probably activating a triple captain then, because I don't know any information about any of the teams yet and I don't want to rush anything, and I will be agreeing it on the deadline stream. Now, without further ado, let's dive into my Game Week 24 team and then proceed with the discussions. Here is my team. I'm not going to present it section by section. I'm just giving you the full view here, and I'm going to quickly explain every player. If you want my proper analysis of the team, it's in yesterday's team selection here. I will briefly discuss why I'm going with those players, how I'm going to arrange them, why the captain is in blue here, and what we're going to do. So starting with Alisson, with a double against Bournemouth and Everton at 5.5 price. He was my transfer last week. He remains in goal. As you can see, my other option is Cahill, who is not playing. So yeah, it's going to be Alisson for the upcoming week. Gabriel against Manchester City, probably the hardest fixture that they can have, but at the end of the day he can score in every game and he loves a big game goal, so I will be relying on him. Lewis Hall then faces Fulham. I think it's pretty self-explanatory why I prefer him over Huijsen, who is facing Liverpool, by the way, and I don't know if I'm ever going to play a cheap defender against Liverpool, but I'm not going to do it this week. And speaking about Liverpool, it's Trent here with a double against Bournemouth and Everton once again. 7.3, a pretty expensive defense. The bench options are there, a good cover. So I think I'm in a pretty okay position defensively. Let's hope for at least 3 clean sheets between those players. Let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, 3 clean sheets, and if Trent and Baker can keep extra 2, it would mean a lot of points from the defensive line. But let's not get ahead of ourselves and start by simply getting 3 simple clean sheets. In midfield, Salah with a triple captaincy active. That's why the captaincy logo is blue, because I will be most probably activating the triple captaincy. It's not yet activated in my lineup, real lineup, because I want to see all the team news and what's going around the teams. But with full week rest for Salah, I think that it's a no-brainer to not activate it on him. If you still have him, Bournemouth and Everton, I know it's away, but Salah doesn't care where he plays. Palmer against West Ham is going to be my vice captain, facing a team like West Ham. Yes, they have improved, but Chelsea need the points as they are in a pretty bad run of fixtures and form. The only victory came against Wolves, and it was not a very solid victory. So I think that Chelsea will need to fight back and return with good results. After that is Mbeumo against Spurs. Do I have to add anything? Anyone against Spurs, it's a good player to target. So yeah, he is with the 7.8 price. It's a high price, but at the end of the day, I think you should be paying that if you are an Mbeumo admirer, just like I am. And the final guy here is Gordon against Fulham, 7.7. I know that those are a lot of Newcastle players, and next week, if there isn't a double for Spurs, I might pick Kluivert or Semenyo instead of Gordon and just proceed with Isaac and Hall and attack the Southampton fixtures. That might happen, may not happen. A lot of things are into consideration, but for now Gordon remains in the side because On the right back position, Fulham are not very solid, and Gordon is on the left wing, so I think Gordon and Howe can have a pretty good day. Up front, it's going to be Isaac against Fulham. Not going to be vice-captaining him, as I think Palmer is the better choice in my team, but Isaac is inevitable, and I'm not going anywhere without his presence into my team. Chris Wood facing Brighton for 7.1. I think it's a okay fixture. Brighton have been conceding regular goals. On the other side, I have Pedro against Forest, and Pedro has been scoring in difficult games, so let's see if we can finish on 2-2 and both of my forwards return goals. Probably it's not going to happen, but those weeks can happen, and I think it's better for me to keep the transfers as already discussed, because I need to target something and I need to see how the teams will line up around it. If we have some double ups in 25, if Spurs beat Liverpool, it would be necessary to at least bring one player into the frame from Spurs. So let's see how it goes, and let's see which player is going to be. On the bench, Cahill already discussed, Huijsen already discussed, Daroshe against Southampton probably will be my first bench option, Harry Winks against Everton second, and Huijsen third, as I will be starting to rely on him from this week onwards. Let's see what the Iroa manager says about the injuries, about what's going to happen, and should I get Kluivert or Semenyo? I don't know. This week it's not going to happen, but for 25 I may go there and I may just buy them. But yeah, it's still on the cards. It's on the cards. It's still far away. So let's focus on 24. We have 2 weeks after that of a rest between the games. So yeah, I think that we'll have a lot of time to deliberate and a lot of data to analyze. So yeah, let's go and check my captaincy discussions, because it's not a real dilemma, but discussion is the right way to put it. So here is how my team is looking. As already mentioned, you can see it in the previous slides. Here in the captain's discussions, of course, we can have a lot of things being said and a lot of things being added here. But yeah, it will be the bench like that with O'Shea, Winks and Huijsen in that order. Then it's Wood, Isaac, Pedro. Yeah, basically you saw it in the last slide. Now, without further ado, let's discuss what I mean about captain discussions. First of all, it's going to be probably a brief section, because I think Salah is the best captaincy option. I know that he had 2 blanks and 2 not very good returns, but before that he was in an amazing form. Double digits after double digits. Yes, he slowed down a little bit, but in every game, as you can see, away, he has been returning some massive scores. 10 points, 17 points, 14 points. Honestly, is he better away than he is at home? Because other teams tend to play a little bit more aggressive at their homes, and when they go to Anfield, they're full back in defense. But see this, 2 away fixtures he didn't deliver, but before that 16, 21, 18, 13, 10, another blank, 10. To be fair, all of those teams are with pretty good defensive records. When you start in every team that you go for, they're with bad defenses. Brentford, he should have been with assists at least. He had worse numbers against Ipswich. He had good numbers against United. He had solid numbers here. Basically, he is returning very solid numbers left, right and center. Here he massively outperformed himself, and in general he has been outperforming every stat that he's having. But the pass that he's delivering is so good, the Liverpool qualities are so good, and with 71% owned, I think that this guy is going to be way over 200% this week. So going against him can be really suicidal. But if you are a person that are in that 29.9% that do not own Salah and you're an active manager, a different captaincy option that I would propose would be Cody Gakpo. Of course, if we go to transfers, I will move you here. So if you go to Gakpo, he can be an option. Of course, this is second double-digit haul in the season. Hopefully, it's not going to be the last, because I want returns from him, even though that I don't own him. He's already with 8 goals and 3 assists. It's not a bad number, but to be fair, his Ipswich game was his best as of yet. I don't know if he can repeat the feat, but he has been consistently scoring and delivering some points against Fulham, against Leicester, against West Ham, against United, now against Ipswich. Let's hope he continues to deliver. But he had some games like where he started playing more regularly. So 1 assist here, blank here, go here. If he plays over 60 minutes, he is genuinely in the contention of the goals that Liverpool are scoring. But he might be, wow, 19%. I didn't know that he rose so much. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think Gakpo is the second best Liverpool option to go for. If you want a cheeky player to go for, that would be Trent. Trent, this could have been at least, so 6 plus 6, it's 12, plus 3 for the assist is 15, 3 bonus, so around 18 points would have been good from Trent this week. He finished only on 5. But he has been delivering some solid performances. 100 points already. I think he is back into the contention of being the top defender. Yes, he's only 1 point behind Ola Aina, and that's saying a lot. Now with a double fixture, I think that he can deliver some points. I know it's 2 away fixtures, and Liverpool away from home, if we go to see it, kept a clean sheet here, 1 conceded, clean sheet, 3 conceded, that's bad. 3 conceded, 2 conceded. Away from home, they have been conceding frequently, even though against teams like Wolves, okay, some clean sheets, some conceded goals, but at the end of the day, I think that Trent can be a really big differential. So probably that percentages will be around your rank, around say 50. If you captain him, you're going to be 200. If you don't captain Salah though, he will be 230, let's say, and you'll be only around 100. So yeah, you can lose big on Salah, but you can gain massively on Trent. I know that's a very far-fetched theory. I'm not recommending it, but if you're in one of the players that do not own Salah and you have only Gakpo or Trent, I would not be hesitating and still putting the captain armband on Liverpool player. Of course, there is Alisson, but he's a goalkeeper. Genuinely, those points are a little bit lucky. I wouldn't say that he will get near the... If he gets around 10 points, I would be happy, honestly. 10 points, it would be ideal for both fixtures. But at the end of the day, other players this week might do well. Players like Palmer, of course. Last time when he played West Ham, he provided an assist, but they destroyed West Ham away from home. Oh, he scored a goal, sorry. And he did not receive a bonus, which was quite surprising. He received in every fixture around it. Basically, when Palmer is involved, he's in the 3 bonus, even though in a loss. 1, 2, he finished on 3, a draw 3, a draw 3. Of course, here it will be 3, 3. Yeah, this guy is getting bonus for fun, 29 points already. So Palmer can do some serious work. I know that he has been sold frequently, maybe to feed in Salah or get Haaland back. What's Haaland's perspective? But I would say, yeah, Haaland is not rising in popularity, even though he's increasing in points. Like he scored in the last, from the last 5, he scored 5 goals. So that's a good return. Not for a player with the ranks of Haaland, but still on 23 points, still probably top forward this year. No, Isaac is already, but yeah, he is around the top forwardness. So yeah, but I don't recommend him as a captain. So basically, if you don't own Salah, be patient. You don't have to tear up your whole squad. You can rely on another double game week player. I think that's a good strategy and a good thing to consider. Of course, I would be all in for captaining Salah. For me, that is the way to go. So those are the points. We now have the assistant manager here. I have not activated the triple captaincy, as you can see, but soon on deadline stream I will activate it and we will have a lot of fun watching Salah missing chances. I'm joking, he will be scoring everything. So yeah, I expect 70 points from Salah. Joking. If he gets 12, 14, I'll be more than delighted and I will take those and I'll continue forward. If he gets anything more or less, it is what it is, sorry. But yeah, now let's go and see how my chips strategy will be discussed. What I will do with not having Everton players. Is that going to be scary? Let's go and see how it goes. So quickly proceeding after the last slide, as you can see, I don't own any Everton players and I do not plan to get any. If we go to their team, let's go and see how that looks. So Everton, I want to get the team selected by, so the player that is most owned is Pickford. I already own Alisson and I'm not going to get Pickford for only that double. Palace, United, Brentford, Wolves, West Ham. Yes, it doesn't get too hard for them. After that is a complete no-go for Everton players, but nonetheless, I think around here they will concede goals. They will keep some clean sheets, but goals will be conceded at some point. And yeah, it's not a bad goalkeeper to have. Don't get me wrong, he's on 10 bonus, which is great. He is around the top keepers, I would imagine, but let me check now. So the top keeper, yeah, he is, sorry, Alisson is not in the top percentages owned by, he is only 8%. So he will be my differential this week. But yeah, Pickford is second, so he's doing pretty well. Honestly, just pick Pickford and that would be it. He had an expected assist in 2 games. That's quite funny. But yeah, has been doing pretty well. I'm just relying more on Alisson because, as you can see, Alisson here has Wolves again. Then he has Newcastle, but then he has Southampton. Then he has once again Everton, Fulham, West Ham, Leicester. I think the fixture run is just there for Alisson, but that's biased as a Liverpool fan. Now moving back into Everton and going with the percentages. So the most sold pick defender is Mikulenko, which is understandable. He's always present, 90 minutes all over the board if he's fit. So I think that Mikulenko will be an okay option. But if you're looking only for this week defenders, yes. After that, I wouldn't place him against Crystal Palace, against United, against Brentford. Yeah, I'll be relying on those teams to score. So yeah, I wouldn't go there. Then it's Keane, who is there because he's cheap. Ashley Young at 4.6. Tarkovsky and Brantwaite basically don't get any recognition there. In midfield, they have 0 ownership basically. McNeil is out. Ghana is not gaining popularity, so it is what it is there. And the most picked player from their attack is Ndai. He's rising in price. He has 2 goals in a row. Then before that, he scored against Manchester City. He scored against Ipswich and he scored against Leicester. So yeah, against Leicester, maybe he can score, but he's heavily outscoring himself. 2 goals over. I don't think Ndai has the potential. Now he's on penalties though, which can be quite scary. But if I pick Ndai, I will have to bench him. Probably play him against Brentford Wolves. But until then, I will not rely on him against Palace and Man United. If Calvert-Lewin is out for a longer term, maybe Ndai will be an okay option. I'm not going to say good option, an okay option, but that's only until game week 30. Between 30 and 34, it's a complete no-go. In 35 to 37 though, I can see myself picking an Everton player, especially if they have a double up in 36, but we'll have to follow the FA Cup fixtures for that. That's it basically from Everton. I'm not interested at all in their team. I think Pickford is going to be the most picked player from them, which is quite understandable. I see Leicester on the rise there, I think outside now with the relegation, not the relegation, but of the relegation zone. So I think they will want to keep that going. So maybe they score goals. I cannot predict the future, but am I worried not having Everton players? Not in the slightest. Now, if we go there and discuss chips, because that's what this section is for after that Everton rant, of course, if you still have the triple captain, this is the week to activate it. There is a slight chance 33 will be a single game week, which is the single double game week. Single double game week, that doesn't make sense, but only 2 teams will have double ups. So it might be okay to activate it then. But I really think that Liverpool beat Spurs, and after beating them, they will face either Newcastle, who is the most probable finalist, or Arsenal. I really think it's going to be Newcastle and Liverpool. If it's not, I'll have to restructure my team. But yeah, as I was saying, that's why I'm keeping my transfer to basically save my chips if that's the case. Because in 25, if Spurs beat Liverpool, I think Spurs, there is a slight chance that they will be doubling up in 25, so I'll have to prepare there. But yeah, if you have the triple captaincy, I think now is the time to activate it. Salah has been a little bit quiet as of recent, and yeah, you know what they say about Salah. It's time to explode Salah. So yeah, it's time to return those good forms and those good goals after a full week's rest. I think that we'll have it there. Elsewhere, of course, there is another chip that is pretty popular this week, and that is the assistant manager chip. Here it's how it's looking. If I press it, am I going to activate it? Let's see with triple captaincy. No, okay. So assistant manager, add a manager to score points from game weeks. Yeah, this is the chip where it will score you points because of the performance of the team that the manager is coaching. I see a lot of players activating the chip and I completely understand it and I'm a fan of it. If I have to be honest, if you don't have a triple captain, I think that the assistant manager should be activated now. You get either SWAT if you don't have 3 Liverpool players, or you get Moyes. You get Moyes versus Leicester, who is not 5 places above, so they need to win there and score goals, which is probably not going to happen, let's be real. But after that, it's Liverpool who are 5 more than 10 places above Everton. So that is a thing to consider. If we go to Premier League and we go to tables, are we going to see it? Yes. What the hell? Sorry about that. So Everton is first. Everton is 16, Liverpool is first. Leicester, as mentioned, is 17. So it will be a direct battle to Leicester to at least shorten that distance, because 17 points, those are 6 points difference. If they make it 3, now it's going to be hard for Everton, but David Moyes is on 2 straight wins. So it's going to be an interesting game to monitor, Everton versus Leicester City, and that's a must-game win for both teams. I get that, and I see why people are activating Anton David Moyes. And after that, 15 plays up, Liverpool will be facing against Everton. So if Everton steal a point or something, I think that they will get a massive return. Then if Spurs get a double up, I would be saying that the triple captaincy chip can be pretty good, because they will face, so if we return to fantasy and we go to fixtures and fixture difficulty rating, if Spurs double up, they will be facing United and Fulham. Yes, and Fulham. So that would mean that another week where you can use the triple captain, the assistant manager chip. So 5 places. So if Spurs do something against Brentford, they will lose the 5 spots unless Fulham and of course United don't go bonkers up ahead. But yeah, it's unpredictable. That's the sad thing about it, that it is really unpredictable what's going to happen. But I would say manager chip is good, but I would prefer to put it on someone like Iraola from Bournemouth, Southampton, Wolves. You're done. You're not getting the 5 places up, but you are getting good fixtures, and that's the beauty of it. Why I think about bringing a Bournemouth player? Because of that run of fixtures. It's simple, it's easy, and it's good to have someone that is scoring goals, and that someone can be either Kluivert or Semenyo, probably Kluivert as he is on penalties. Unless we hear that Evan Nilsson is back next week, but unless he's back, we'll monitor. We'll have a lot of monitoring during the next 2 weeks, from 1st to 14th of February. Sorry. So yeah, if you are looking for assistant manager chip, I would be saying that you should activate it. Of course, if you don't own 3 Liverpool players, go for slot. I think that's the way. If you own David Moyes, it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world to try and chase some points and get some points with the assistant manager chip. If you have any questions that weren't discussed on the deadline stream, put them down. I will answer every one of them in the deadline stream and in the comment section as well. So you should mention if you want it to be a deadline discussion, or if you want a quick answer. Yeah, I will provide it. Thanks so much for listening to my rant about it. I think that it's pretty clear strategy this week. If you have triple captaincy, activate it on Salah. If you don't have triple captaincy, activate it on slot. If you don't have slot, you get Moyes, and that's it. A simple strategy. I think that this week should be good to go. Of course, if you want to not use any chips, that's feasible. Just captain Salah and proceed forward, and keep the assistant manager for when we see how managers perform and how they get points. It's going to be very interesting to see now players getting some points here and there that are from the manager chips. Literally, it's going to be chaos in the next couple of weeks, seeing players getting extra points. But at the end of the day, that's the game, and that's how it's supposed to resolve, putting chaos in our future, and we trying to resolve it. As per usual, a special shout out to all the members of the channel: Seth Florin with 30 gifted, Zach, Oscar Papa, Scouser with 45 gifted, and Hem. Thank you so much for being members of the channel. If you guys want to become members as well, there is a quick link in the description and in below the video where you can become members. Here are the prices that you need to pay monthly if you want to be part of the membership each month. If you cannot afford it or you are not willing to pay, just press that subscribe button. It would help me reach massive pools of players and community members that we can share, talk about football, and do all those amazing stuff. Of course, there's going to be a deadline stream. As mentioned, it's going to be pretty early, so tune in for that. I will be giving you early information as soon as possible. I will be confirming my triple captains then, and we will be having a lot of fun. For now, guys, I will be leaving you here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.